Welcome to another podcast presentation from the Zenith Corporation.
May I have your attention, please? Your podcast will begin in just a few moments. Please keep your hands inside the podcast at all times and enjoy your ride.
Welcome to Not Delete, the show where we review both new and older movies. This is Gino.
This is Robert.
America.
Ricardo.
And Gio.
And we are live in the editing bay. If you're new to the show, we use the rating system of Not Delete.
And if you like the movie, you loved it, you would buy the collector's edition at a special, little boutique shop. If it didn't really work, but you would probably pick up the DVD, at Target after you buy some groceries. And delete if it's the worst movie ever made, and you would only buy it if the DVD was at the clearance rack at your local car wash. You ever seen those?
No. I've seen them at the dollar store, though. There's
At Walmart, that one bin was like $3.
Like the Jackie Chan movies from China.
The fool's getting down.
So this week we watched Birds of Prey with Margot Robbie and Ricardo's pick, which is Never Been Kissed. Ooh, qué lindo. Let's hear a little snippet of the new Birds of Prey movie.
You know what a Harlequin is? A Harlequin's role is to serve. It's nothing without a master. No one gives two shits who we are beyond that. The Joker and I broke up. I wanted a fresh start. But it turns out I wasn't the only dame in Gotham looking for emancipation.
Spectacular news! Miss Quinn, she belongs to me.
Who are you guys?
Here's the deal, Quinn.
You need me!
Alright, so this week we went to watch Birds of Prey, directed by Kathy Yan and starring Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Also, my girl Rosie Perez, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Journey Smollett-Bell, Ewan McGregor, Ella J. Basco. That's the main cast. So, this is a sequel? Spin-off?
Or spin-off.
Of Suicide Squad, the terrible movie from a couple of years ago. I know that movie left a bad taste in everybody's mouth.
Looking at you all serious, like, whoa.
Yeah, so that movie left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. But this movie, I think, looked promising. But what did you guys think? Ricardo,
Oh, you
I
going for
see
me?
you, itching to talk about this movie. So what did you think about Birds of Prey?
The fact that it has a lot of why moments in this movie. You know, like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Whatever.
Uh-huh.
But if you really put it all together, and it's, silly, right? This whole movie,
Yeah.
the beginning is like a cartoon.
Yeah.
It's a silly movie, so I took it as silly. Like, okay, it's supposed to be silly. But with that being said, I'm still out on this shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't good, guys. Come on, you gotta admit it wasn't good. And I expected it to be even worse than it is, to be honest. But they have jokes here or there. But come on, the acting, everything was bad. Like the story was terrible and everything. But I still like Harley Quinn though. She was still Harley Quinn, right? It was the perfect Harley Quinn. I needed more. I needed Batman at least to come out or something, Give me something. And Obi-Wan. Yeah, I don't know if it fit him, that character, because that character could have been really cool, his character. But I don't know, something about him wasn't going, it didn't flow.
Jive with you?
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah. So, I'm still out.
All right, Gino, your rebuttal to that.
I don't like this movie at all. I'm an out. Almost a delete.
Yeah, me
wow.
You know what? To be honest, I feel like I was watching Deadpool 2, but with females. But I'll admit, though, Margot Robbie did a great job as Harley Quinn again. That one, of course, was, the best. But, I didn't care for the Huntress. I didn't care for Bad Canary. Didn't even care for the Rosie. Your girl, Perez chick. I didn't care for her at all.
My girl Rosie?
Nope. I'm sorry.
Come
She's
on.
too much, bro. She went full.
Don't be stupid.
She looked good and everything.
And then Ewan McGregor as Black Mask, if I remember him in the comics, it was much a serious mobster guy with a black mask. But this one, they made him very to me, was like Jared Leto, but a cleaner look version.
I was gonna say that.
See, so I kind of went did he call Jared Leto before doing this movie? He goes, how would you do Black Mask? But that being said, I'm an out.
Hard out. Yeah.
Hard out.
All right, America, you want to jump in?
I'm deleting this.
Wow.
Whoa.
I mean, everything you guys said is so true. I also thought the Black Mask guy was kind of like the Joker from Suicide Squad. I didn't think there was any substance to this movie at all. Kind of also to the Huntress. You know how you said you didn't like her?
Yep.
You know how they introduce her, but they don't give her name right away? Because they're like, oh, no, she calls herself something stupid. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do this whole thing where we're going to give her something better. And her storyline also sucks. Like, they don't give her much more than she gave herself.
Agreed.
It's just, this whole movie sucked.
All right, I'll go next. It's gonna be an out for me, dog. Yeah, I really wanted to like this movie. Like, I was trying. I was actively trying to like it, and it's just I never seen a movie that had so much going for it, and the screenplay was just working against it. Cause, like, not to bring up Suicide Squad a lot, but the worst, if you remember, the worst part of that movie is how it felt like disjointed. Like, they put it together in the editing room, and like they introduced the characters like 8 times. Right, and even like two-thirds of the way movie, they were still introducing characters. Like, I don't understand why they would take the worst parts of that movie and apply it into this, like, because it's a lot like Suicide Squad if it had a better director. Yeah. Like, because the action scenes were good, they were coherent. You know, the look, it had a good visual style. It was like being inside of the Skittles bag. You know, Margot Robbie was great, of course. The cast I thought was great, including Rosie Perez.
That's no for me.
Your girl Rosie Perez.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll get into details later, but yeah, I was really disappointed out. A soft out though.
Oh, almost in?
Yeah, almost. I'll explain why, but Gio, your turn.
Oh shit.
You're in?
Out.
Okay.
I'm in, out.
It's an okay movie. It could be better.
Could be?
It could be better.
Obviously.
There's a lot of it. But yeah, it's an okay movie. It's entertaining at points. It's not totally horrible. But yeah, no. Margot Robbie, good Harley Quinn, need to work on that accent because after a while it does get tiring. Yeah. I'm a Harley Quinn fan. I like the character. The character was always cool. I know she's got the accent, but work on the accent so it's less annoying.
Cousin was like, he said when he came out of the theater, he said, cute. The movie was cute. Adorable. Adorable. If you don't know what adorable is, it means cute.
Thanks for the definition.
I mean, cute as
thank
in
you,
it
Mr.
tried,
Thesaurus.
Yeah, I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, Harley Quinn was the best part of Suicide Squad, so it makes sense to give her a movie. And like I said, okay, so it broke down like this. Like, the movie started and had a lot of energy, so I was in. Mm-hmm. But then it kept on, like, you know how they say in movies, like, you're supposed to show, not tell?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This movie told everything.
Yeah.
Like, and it was just explaining everything. Mm-hmm. And I get, you know, it's trying to be funny and quirky, but in the times where you're supposed to be developing the characters, they're just telling you everything. Yeah. And it's supposed to be like this team-up movie, and you're not getting anything. And you're getting, like, these random action scenes that you don't know why. And, you know, they do it on purpose, but it doesn't work. Yeah. And then when they finally get to the third act, I really liked it. Like, the last team-up, basically the whole third act. I was like, this is really good. So I walked out positive. And I was like, I might give this an in. But then I remembered the shit we went through to get there. Like, it was so frustrating because, like, almost like close to when the third act is starting, they're still introducing the Huntress characters.
Yeah.
They're finally like, this is supposed to be way back there. And all of a sudden, the third act starts. You're like, oh my god, you're at the end? Like, what happened?
And it also,
and
like, they didn't make enough of a big deal of that scene where her, should I spoil it? Okay. Something happens when she's a child, right?
Oh.
They don't put enough importance in that.
Because it's so disjointed.
Yeah.
You almost never even got an introduction to Black Canary. Like, you never don't really know her backstory in this whole movie whatsoever.
But I mean, at
like,
least you get the fact that she's, you know, the Black Mask, like, little whatever.
No, but I mean, like, as in, like, what made, like, what's her deal?
Yeah.
Well, it kind of. Well, I prefer like the way she interacted with that Rosie. What was it? Perez?
Rosie Perez.
Yeah.
Renee Montoya.
Yeah, like they you know, you kind of hear a little backstory from that little conversation they had, but I'd rather have that than like, oh yeah, let me talk about this bitch. Like, I don't care for that. That distracted me so much of the movie. I was like sitting there looking at my watch every 2 minutes, like, okay, can I go home now?
Well, yeah, I was really like dreading. Like, I was like, I can't believe they made this like Suicide Squad. And the only thing that the cast is great. I think, you know, I said that before, but I like them. They played into it. Like Ewan McGregor, I enjoyed his villain. I don't know anything about the Black Mask. I don't know what.
Me neither, but like I took him as like that spoiled, because there's I forgot the line, but there's like he's that spoiled rich kid who's like
insecure.
Yeah,
because he's always trying to prove that
he's like
he was chewing the scenery. He was really
but
enjoying
it was good,
that. So, yeah, I enjoyed it.
That's what I said. Like I like his character, but I just didn't like him as that character. I think it could have been someone else. I thought
it was fun to see Ewan McGregor as a villain.
Like being all funny and stuff.
I think that this movie was made not so much as a Harley Quinn movie or as a Birds of Prey movie, but as a prequel to the Suicide Squad remake. Because we're supposed to forget about the first one. And this is just keeping it fresh in our minds. Like, hey, remember, like, this is what you're invested in. This is what you're going to see in the next movie. That's why it doesn't really matter that there's not much substance to this movie.
It did feel like a big setup. Yeah.
Which is funny because they use the footage of her origin story from Suicide Squad in this movie.
There were hints, like they did acknowledge that they were in the same universe. Yeah.
Yeah, but they never showed. The funny is they never showed the joke.
Oh, of course not. Yeah, they're gonna recast
there should
that
be
shit.
some mention. Like he should kind of like peek in a little bit to just be like, oh yeah, like fucking murder her or something. You know, like. Or the Batman, like come on, like why?
DC's kind of like restarting, but not restarting, right? And everybody hated the Joker.
Weird reboot.
And Batman.
Look,
like they're taking what worked and trying to like wiggle themselves out of the dog shit that they did. This is an improvement. I mean, I gotta say, it is an improvement.
This is a good start.
When you've been let down,
it's not a good start. It's disappointing that.
Well, and it's better than I think we all thought. It was like
because we thought it was gonna be the same shit.
I think it was like we had our expectations really low.
Oh yeah, where Suicide Squad felt like it was just chopped up in the editing room and just let's slap some music on it and maybe people like it. Right?
It was.
That's what they did here though.
No. But this movie felt like they did everything on purpose. Like they were trying to be quirky. Like with the whole like you show an action scene and then you go wait let's back up right. Like
how do we get here?
Yeah, they did that stuff on purpose. I just felt like it didn't work.
Yeah, and then the music part though, they kept putting the music, right? You hit that? And it's always like a female singer in the whole fucking scenes. And I was like,
I thought, the action scenes were good. I thought they were well staged. Like I could follow what's going on. I really enjoyed the third act, the last third of the movie. What did you guys like it?
Not really, man.
Like I said, I didn't completely hate it.
I'm speechless because I don't know if I like it or I do like it.
No, I wasn't really into it.
That's what I said.
When
like,
they finally team up, and they're fighting.
You know what I
did
like?
This is what the movie should have been.
You know why? Like one of the main reasons I'm like not a delete is the ending. I don't know why. Like I actually had a big ass reaction to it. You know the ending.
Yeah.
That. You remember? It happened. I was like, what? Like
I did like that because there was a sense of finality to it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like a setup like to
Yeah, it was fucking crazy, and I was like, literally like one of the loudest ones in theater. I was just like yelling out, like, what the fuck just happened? It was fucking cool. So
you know, and like the whole chase on her little skates, that was really fun.
It's very Harley Quinn.
This Harley Quinn movie should be.
Yeah, see, like stuff like that, but not the. I don't know why I didn't like the group part. Like I don't know.
That was very cheesy.
Once it got there, it's like okay, fine, let's go. And then
it was pretty cheesy, huh? The screenplay was pretty.
They tried to follow the Deadpool formula. It kind of didn't get.
They even wink at the camera.
Yeah, like there's a lot of fourth wall breaks in
style,
this. There's a little bit of like of the narration, like they did kind of Deadpool. It just fell short, from getting that same kind of cool magic.
Yeah, it's a hard target to hit.
Yeah, this is a universe where there's metahumans, which I think they didn't acknowledge that.
Yeah,
like they need to bring up the metahumans a little bit more. That way you can kind of believe the Black Canary.
Because in Suicide Squad, the dude was shooting fire. You had an alligator guy.
Yeah, well,
but they did kind of go like, well, we're not doing that anymore. That's the thing with DC, right? They're just kind of like throwing shit out there and picking what people like, right?
Yeah.
And that's their strategy, which is fine, You get the lower the lows, the higher the highs, basically.
But yeah, like the fleshing out is where they're having that problem. Where it's
they're never
just
gonna
like
fix it.
They're
I'm
trying
okay
to get
with it.
way ahead.
Yeah.
Where they're like, no, you have to build up to it. Don't just go for the explosion.
That ship has sailed.
Yeah.
That ship sailed long ago. Yeah.
And that has kind of been the problem.
So we got 4 outs and 1 delete. Damn us all.
Damn.
I
didn't expect it to be this negative.
We're gonna take a small break. We'll be right back.
semester in high school. Josie Geller, you enrolled Friday.
You are looking at the newest undercover reporter for the Chicago Sun-Times.
You're kidding, right? Josie, do you remember high school?
Josie!
So, you were a geek. Big deal. You get to be 17 again.
Okay, feeling good.
Welcome to Shakespeare's As You Like It. Are you sure you're 17?
I'm 17, of course.
She's never been hip. This is where the stories are. She's never been cool.
You will become friends with these people.
Kirsten, Kristen, Gibby. What's up, girlfriends?
Never Been Kissed. Directed by Raja Gonson. I guess he's the same director. Gosnell? Yeah, the director from Home Alone 3 and the Scooby-Doo movies.
3,
yeah.
Wow. The best one.
The Scooby-Doo movies, you know.
Oh, three.
Prolific.
Big Mama's House. Whoa, shit.
Oh, Big Mama's House?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's about Drew Barrymore and she's a little copywriter from the Chicago Times. And she embarks in this crazy journey where she has to do this story in high school. But high school was fucking terrible for her, so this is going to be fucking intense. And it also has, like, young actors like fucking David Arquette
Lil
and
Franco.
fucking Molly Shannon, Jessica Alba, John C. Reilly, fucking cute guy, what's his name?
James Franco.
James Franco.
Isn't Octavia Spencer in it too?
Yeah, Octavia Spencer's in it.
Yeah.
I was surprised by that one.
So basically the movie's about bullying and shit like that, you know, so it's pretty sad. Movie's really sad, but also really funny, so, and a little depressing sometimes, actually. I was telling America, I was like, fucking, I'm depressed on this shit. Kept rewinding it, like, look how fucking depressing this shit is. But, yeah, so
wait, so why'd you pick it?
Yeah, and I picked it because I love this movie. It's my favorite. What do you call that? Rom-com. Yeah, it's like the best one for me.
Okay.
I actually, have you ever seen Fight Club? If you get the DVD in Fight Club.
Oh, it's
yeah. So it's in the
Oh my
beginning.
god, I have a funny story about that. I'll tell you later. Yeah.
But and I think about it, and it's like I'm not even gonna lie, I kind of like this movie more than Fight Club, you know? So in a way, yeah. So I hope you guys like it. What do you guys think?
Pick somebody.
Gino, you first.
Damn, dog. Throw me in the bus like that, dog. You know what?
School bus?
Magic school bus. Oh yeah. So I'm not gonna lie. I remember watching this with my sister, younger, and I liked
Make
it.
up excuses.
Hold up, let me finish, girl. I liked it. Now I'm a grown ass man. I watched this again, and I like it even more than I did when I was younger, just because I get it. I fucking get it.
It's gonna be like a therapy session.
Yeah, it is, man. This movie opened up a lot to like.
So who stuffed you in their locker?
Jameson.
So you're in.
That's all. But I'm in. I'm in. Of course, yeah.
I'm in as well. It's one of those 90s movie or early 2000 movies.
99.
90s.
Yeah, it's
late
like
90s.
Yeah.
With like that has that cool soundtrack as well.
Oh, yeah.
They have like, popular songs from that period. I'm in probably for the same reasons as a couple of you guys. That's a little bit creepy though as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's like some real creepy undertones in this, which I'm pretty sure we'll all talk about. I'm in.
Cool, Robert.
I had a similar experience to Gino. I used to watch this like almost every day with my sister. It's shout out to my older brother here, Mike, if you're listening. He loved it. He's like way older than us, so he showed it to us, and we loved it too. So we would watch it like constantly every day, right? But this is all before I went to high school.
Yeah.
And then I kind of grew up, and I kind of brushed it off. It's like, oh, it's like a cliche high school movie, like whatever, you know. So I hadn't seen it since basically I was a kid, yeah. And I saw it, I was watching it, and I was like, this shit is too real, man. Like
it's a documentary.
Like, yeah. And like I was like in tears, like how could they be so mean to her, you know? Like, but on the actual movie, I think it works. It really works. It has a solid screenplay. Drew Barrymore, you got to give her a lot of credit.
Yeah.
She, because the problem with these movies is like they always take like a attractive person and just like put glasses on them or or makeup, and then
She's
they take them
that.
off and they're all beautiful, but she plays into the like dorky stuff really well, and you buy it, you really buy it.
Oh hell yeah, I did.
And it's a great story, I think, with her like being a reporter and all that. So really super in on this. Yeah. Thank you for making me feel like shit though.
Emotions all over.
I'm in. I don't have to make excuses about sisters or brothers. I love it. I watched this when I was a kid, and I guess I always thought it was funny, but I guess I never understood the movie because I was like really little when I watched it. Yeah. And I do watch this every few years, but it always surprises me. Like, it's an actual good movie. Yeah. Like, the performances are really good. The storyline is great. Yep. I don't know. This movie is, like, really, really good. I like it.
Yeah, it's crazy because I didn't watch it with my sister, but I did watch it with my cousins, and they're girls, 2 older cousins. Yeah. And I remember, like, you know, like they got it on VHS. Yeah. I'm right there watching
We're boys. We needed a gateway.
I know, it's weird, right? Because I didn't even think that. But when I was watching, I never forgot that moment because we were watching it, and, like, they were fucking enjoying it.
I forgot it, dude, because I think I suppressed it. And when I saw it, like, I was literally in tears. Like, this is so and it just took me back. Like, okay, because, like, my most recurring nightmare is that I'm back in high school.
Oh, no.
And high school was traumatic for me, you know. I didn't get bullied or anything, but, like, just the whole, like, divide between, you know, the popular kids and, like, the geeks. And stuff. I was in the chess club, dude. Come on.
Same here.
So, you know, you see, like, her perspective. You know, she wants to be cool, but she's too shy, you know? Yeah. And then for her to be invited into that world and for it to be a cruel joke, like, that scene is so incredibly heartbreaking, man.
Also, that's a callback to Carrie.
Yeah, that's
another movie. Like, I think
they even say
it's funny
it.
because I didn't understand those references back in the day. Yeah.
Damn, we've educated.
Like,
you.
that's how. I think we mentioned it like when we reviewed that movie, but like that's how. Also, like, culturally influential that movie is. Like,
that movie, it is about bullying, right? Like, dude, the story's right there. Like, you know,
it's a more lighthearted. It's a more lighthearted Carrie.
Struggling the whole time to, like, come up with a story. Boom, the story's right there. Like,
yeah, that's what bullying. I said too.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, I actually thought this. I don't think she has what it takes to be a reporter. Like, she should, after the movie ends and that universe ends, she should go back to being a copy editor because she didn't have what it took because she failed at her. And think about it. Okay, I know it has a nice ending and all that, but, like, nobody's gonna read that fucking article. You know? Everybody's like, what the fuck is this?
But apparently they did.
Yeah, it's not an expose or anything like that.
Yeah.
But she is young, you know?
I mean, it's a good, you know, like what is her name? Carrie Bradshaw, like that type of thing.
Yeah.
You know? So it's one of those,
like column,
what are those called? Yeah, a column more than an actual, like, investigative, like, piece.
Dude, another scene that's the one I kept rewinding because I kept saying, like, dude, this shit is real.
Yeah.
Like, it's like
when they pull up to
like, I can't, like, relate whatever, but like that whole scene is good acting and everything. Where she pulls up with her friend, the nerdy friend. Yeah, and then she's like, "Hey, you should go somewhere when you become cool," and then whatever, and then she leaves like, "They're lame."
And she starts almost crying.
Because I think me, Gio, and Gino could, like, that was us, right? We fucking criticized the popular kids, like, oh, fuck them, they're stupid. But deep down inside, we wanted to be part of that world. We just didn't know how. And they kept her. I don't know the actor's name, but she captures that so well, right? Because you're jealous of it in a way, you know, but you don't want to be part of it. It's a weird, like,
it's
thing
so
you
good
go through.
though. Like how they did it, I was feeling it, man.
And you know, it is. You know, you could chalk it up to being cliche. But the reason they're cliche is because they're true. Like, we all go through those things in high school.
They have somewhat of an ounce of
I think they have a lot of ounce of truth. It's just because you see it so much in movies, you just kind of brush it off.
Mean Girls?
Yeah. Can I tell my story? You know about that?
Yeah.
So, I bought Fight Club on Blu-ray, right? And I bought it at Best Buy. So I went home and I popped it in. And then when you hit play, Never Been Kissed starts.
Yeah.
What?
And I was like, what the fuck? And I got mad at Best Buy. I was like, of course Best Buy would do some stupid shit like this. They put the wrong DVD in the wrong case.
Wait, you swear, like, also Best Buy's in the back?
That's what I thought. And then, but the funny thing was, like, I was like, you know what? I haven't seen Never Been Kissed in a while. I'll just watch Never Been Kissed. And I settled myself in for Never Been Kissed. And then they switched to Fight Club, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? It's a joke that they put on the DVD.
But I think that's how, because that's the same exact thing that happened to me too. Which I guess, did we all buy, I guess because it's on Blu-ray, we're all buying the Blu-ray at the same time because Blu-ray's new. But the same shit happened. And I was like, okay, I'll watch Never Been Kissed.
You're kind of happy that you're going to watch it. Like, this hidden gem. Like,
because you don't watch Fight Club so often. Like, that's something you watch every few years, you know? Like, you don't rewatch that all the time. Never Been Kissed is so rewatchable.
Yeah,
so it's like, okay, I'm down for this. It's a good time.
Thing. Like, I'm just gonna watch this movie, you know?
Do you think this storyline would fly in this time?
Yeah.
Because I feel like this movie was made at a good timing, at a good time. because now with the whole thing, Me Too thing, you remember the teacher kind of fell in love with the student. And remember,
Booksmart, the teacher was kind of flirting with the student, and she's like, "Oh, you're 18, right? You failed 3 times. Like, you can still do this."
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah.
Really?
It's still taboo. Even then, they acknowledge, like, it's creepy that you're 23 and she's 16 or 17 or whatever the hell.
Yeah, I think that's the outlier here.
To make sure to point it out.
Yeah,
right?
because the thing is, like, in Booksmart, it's like, you're 18, she knows he's already failed on her stuff, so he's of age. At that point, it's just a little, because he's still a
Drew
student,
Barrymore
but he
specifically said she was 17.
Yeah, because he asked her, he's like,
so,
are you sure you're 17? She's like, yes, I'm 17. And then she gets giddy about saying she's 17 because she's getting this second shot at being a popular kid and finally having her big high school moment.
Yeah, but it's funny because, like, it has, like, a happy ending and all, like, oh, love and everything, but, like, at the end of the day, the teacher
fell in love with the 17.
Fell in love with the student.
Yeah.
And he was gonna act on his feelings. Like, no matter how you slice that, he got technically kind of an out, but he still he still did it. That means he has it in him to go after a student. You know.
That's why when he's like, "Did you get the scoop on whatever, Mr. Whatever?" And she's like, "No." And then he comes out. He's like, "Everything you said was a lie." And he walks away. It's like, "Oh, I don't want to play with you no more. You're too old now."
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Because that whole scene itself, I was like, because you thought she was 17. Now that you know she's older and legal, you're gonna back off.
But you do have to kind of suspend disbelief a little bit because she's like 30. Playing a 17-year-old. Like, when they asked her, like, how old are you? Like, 17. Like, motherfucker, you look 30.
That's how I felt with David Arquette.
He must be 25.
That's supposed to be her little brother.
Oh, yeah. When she goes back to his house, or he's at her house or something, you could see his 5 o'clock shadow is so dark. It's so dark.
Even looking at that storyline, like, he joined their baseball team, right?
Yeah.
They made it to the state championship. You have any idea, like, what he did would do to that program?
Yeah.
Like, they would fucking punish him. They would put him on probation. Like,
sure.
they would he fucked
10-year
those kids
ban.
over. Yeah.
The bully, the main guy, the hot one.
Yeah.
What's up with that fool's shirt, huh?
Oh,
Like, he
and
doesn't
his
that
haircut
cool.
and,
Yeah, I
like,
was like,
his
what the hell?
That's cool in the 90s.
Yeah,
you
also gotta remember the time
kind of the
period.
post-grunge era.
Who did you say?
The boy band
like
era.
the lead singer from Radiohead, right?
He does.
No, but man, Drew Barrymore though. Seriously though, I love her acting. But up to now, I don't know about her acting now. But back then though, it was amazing.
Dude,
she's good in certain situations.
She's adorable.
Yeah.
She's such adorable.
The plastics right there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's where it started or something.
Yeah.
And
Dude, she was
that
adorable.
prom too. They just allowed anything. Like the brother just showed up pantless.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy. Oh,
The
just,
dude had
I
a
guess
sword?
the entire school, huh? Because the girls are always like just
Remember-
showing everything.
Dude, remember the fucking brother with the 16-year-old?
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on here?
I know.
And like underage drinking, and she fucking eats a pot of brown.
Oh, dude, that scene is so fucking funny.
She's super nerdy out when she's dancing.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this is
That's
good,
how she
dude.
plays into that really
Yeah.
well. Like everything
Dude.
she does, like is specifically calibrated to make you think that she's like,
Yeah.
no matter how hard she tries, she can't be cool.
Yeah, after
Like,
that night
people are
at the
just
little
born with
club,
it, yeah.
she thinks she had like such a great night.
Yeah.
You know, she's like, yeah, I'm so cool. But then she wakes up and she has a loser stamp. Damn, she almost had it.
But she never did.
Never.
Yeah. But at least she would have had fun, you know.
Well, she
They
was-
were like-
Even when
She was cool
she was
in-
still nerdy.
Yeah.
She was a cool one of the nerdy club.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Oh, and then her nerdy friend hates her because she got cool.
It's like the jealousy thing, right?
Yeah.
What was she wearing on that escalator? It looked like she had a handbag on her head.
Dude, oh, that's
Oh
another
my
thing
God.
too. I kept thinking
It's
like,
the 90s, man. I don't know what's going on. back
I
then.
know they were, but like I remember that escalator scene. They just looked at each other and she starts talking shit. I was like,
Yeah.
why are you talking shit?
But that's a great scene. Like if you look at directing, like she's going up and they're going down.
yeah.
You know, nice little imagery there.
So basically, like she's looking down on her.
Oh.
You know what? I hate bullying and everything, and it's fucked up.
I love
but
it.
when those motherfuckers show up as the DNA.
Oh, God.
Double helix?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
I would have thrown dog food on them.
They're all like, and then like making noise. And
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Like,
they
come
just
on,
You're just
show up
asking
to-
for a view.
Yeah,
Come on.
dude. What are you
Like
doing?
that's the thing too. Like if you're gonna show up to the prom, like show up to have fun, not to like
Yeah.
go and get revenge on the people that have like
That's what I
bullied you.
said,
Like you can still.
they started to or what? Like they just want it or what? I don't get it.
Especially with dog food.
Do you remember the ending where the brother's like, yeah, I thought she was going to be like Carrie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it got awkward. He's like, all right, I'm going to leave. And then he walks out.
Dude, if he had that girl as a girlfriend, she wanted to bone him, the 16-year-old. Like, they had a kiss or something, right?
Nah.
Dude,
no.
something's happening.
No.
That's kind of weird.
Well, yeah, they for sure made out.
Yeah, they had to
That's
have made
gross, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
That's why I asked, would it fly this time?
You can still do that because they never showed anything on screen. Everything was just kind of implied and like, but he still kind of was like, she was like, I want to lose it to you or whatever. And he's kind of like, I'm just going to go get some punch and then we can go dance. You know, so everything was kind of stopped before anything.
True.
So that's how you get away,
Okay.
you know, so.
Okay.
Like he knew that there was like, he knew the situation because
Yeah.
he knew his real age.
Mm-hmm.
But then
But
again,
there
like,
was-
I don't know where he drew his line.
No, but
Yeah,
there was
exactly.
kind of the intention there with the characters. He's like, see you around the cell block when they're like at the party.
Yeah.
And
I love the joke in Not Another Teen Movie.
Oh.
Where that old,
Oh.
really old lady.
Did you guys hear there's going to be an undercover reporter?
Dude, that shit is hilarious. You ever seen that movie?
I think so.
She's old or something. She has the
Yeah.
same clothes, though.
But yeah, I'm glad I rewatched this because I had kind of brushed it off as like, you know, just some crappy movie. But it's really a solid movie. Like any way you look at it, like even if you didn't go through like what she went through, like when you went to high school, like it's still pretty solid.
Was it the first day of that Shakespeare class, or actually first couple of days of that Shakespeare class, it really hits you over the head of what the movie's gonna be about.
Oh, yeah.
Like themes, message,
costumes,
Yeah.
and you know, being able to be yourself when you're in
But you know what
another.
that's called? A good screenplay.
Yeah.
Guy in the van. When he first puts the camera on her,
Oh, yeah.
and like
Looking at
she's
the
walking,
girls,
he's
yeah.
all like, nope. He's like, he's commenting. I was like, nope, dude.
Yeah.
She's-
No, he says like, ooh, like
Yeah,
they
they
didn't
didn't
work
work
like
like
that
that
when I
when I
went
was-
to school.
yeah, so I was just like, nope, dude, nope.
Shit.
But that's what they always get away with casting like 25-year-olds
Yeah.
as like 17-year-olds, you know. So
But they weren't, huh? Were they or not?
No, they were probably like early
I mean,
20s.
very rare do you get like
Oh,
actual
actually, yeah.
teenagers playing.
All the
their high
castings
school
are like
Yeah.
whatever age
Yeah.
to play 18.
Also
That's always
because
what it
you
is.
don't have to follow the minor rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Oh, yeah.
you can only work on set for like 4 hours at a
Yeah.
time.
And you got to get tutors
Yeah.
and their
Oh,
parents. And
It's
all that.
it's a lot cheaper to just get an adult.
So that scene where she goes back in time, right? And she's with her friend.
She goes
Her
back
little
in
chubby
time.
friend.
Wait, there's a
Wait,
time machine?
There's a time machine.
No,
Man,
The flashback.
Oh, flashback, sorry.
It
Oh,
must
when
have been the
she's
special
getting asked to
edition.
prom?
Every single scene that they show her, you know, like she's always
Yeah.
happy and stuff.
Yeah.
And that shit is sad as fuck.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude,
right?
like I was fucking
Dude.
tears, man. Like when they
I know, fuck that
she's
Billy.
in the
Playing with
library,
her
yeah,
emotions.
yeah.
She's all happy, dude. I can't believe it. Like, and
And
it's
then
funny-
when she sees the bullies like opening up the dog food,
Mhm.
and she flashes back to herself like all
Yeah,
happy before
Yeah.
prom.
dude.
Yeah, dude, that really is. Yeah.
Tell you, man, right. This therapy session. Like I text my brother because I told him we were watching it. I was like, "This shit's too real, dude. Like I can't do this shit." It's funny though because if you think about it, like the situation she was put in to go back to high school and be
Yeah.
popular, like hey, if any one of us had to do that, we wouldn't be able to do
Fuck
it
no,
because it's
dude.
just it's in you, right? You can't
Yeah.
force that shit. Like it's funny because I went back to my high school a few years ago to get my transcripts,
What the?
and they thought I was a student.
Oh,
Like, can I
really?
see your hall
Yeah.
pass? I was like, I'm 28
Yeah.
years old.
You guys enjoyed it? What was
Yeah,
it?
dude.
Really
Good
did.
movie.
Super. I think we have all ins.
Yeah, right.
It's an all in.
Yeah,
Sweet.
it's a sweep.
Love it. Okay, so tune in next time. We'll be watching Sonic the Hedgehog
Ugh.
and Jill's Pig, which is.
Monty Python's Holy Grail.
Please don't forget to follow us on Instagram, In Out Delete Reviews, one word. Also at Twitter at In Out Delete. Please comment, follow, let us know what you guys think. What or suggest a movie we should watch next.
Thank you for listening. Please exit the podcast and don't forget to collect all your belongings and young children. We hope you enjoy listening and have a great rest of your day here at In Out Delete.
This has been a podcast presentation from the Zenith Corporation, working for a better tomorrow for all of mankind.